want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity. Once again, Shalom. This is the brother Yahweh Sap out of the GMS Cleveland Church. Salakia, bear with me. I have a slight cold. Crazy part is I've been doing everything in my power to actually keep my system up, eating fruits, vegetables. So like brothers typically go in, or it's just this fucking Esau's demon out of kingdom. You know what I mean? That's why Esau got to go. You got somebody Jake and just heathens and just the people of this fucking confused ass place that's just so lost and blinded and asleep. You know what I mean? They don't even realize or see, but wonder why we say what we say. And because of that, I won't get a scripture. Bear with me. It's one I think in Romans. Oh, perfect. It's Romans 11:7. What then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Meaning only the elect are going to see and recognize and understand, because that's who the Most High is going to be dealing with. The rest of the world, pursuant to Zechariah, what's that, 12, no, 13 and 8, 2/3, or two parts, or majority of Israelites are going to be destroyed. According as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumbers. And that's just not the 2/3 Israelites, but that's the majority of these people. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you clearly see, like I was listening to the Ak in the Cap, I think he's in the house of David, but I never knew that because the doctrine is so much the same. But I know he gives what's the word? He give double honors to the House of David elders. That's who he said he learned from. But I always thought he was a GMS. And, I believe a GMS member actually hit me on to, how people got, like they were like videos or who they're subscribed to. And I forgot who I was, following or watching, but they had him. And, I listened to the guys, like I said, a few of his videos. Sometimes he rants a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's in the spirit all day. I mean, he doing like 2 or 3 videos a day, and his videos ain't no 20 minutes. His videos ain't no 10 minutes. His videos like an hour. So anyway, long story short, he was just talking about how like on this Christmas Eve is the worst Christmas Eve ever because of the fact that, you know, the Dow is down like 650 points. And then at the same time, he was like, shit, that's why you got these with the American cinemas. He say, shit, they doing the $20 a month or some shit. He said, well, you can go and watch 2 or 3 movies. He's like, why do you think they doing that? Because they about to go out of business, which is true. I mean, you got Fire Sticks, you got Redbox, you got the internet and torrents. You know what I mean? Like so, and he's like, what do you say? Not Dollar Tree. I think he did say Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is going out of business. So, that is a shame when the dollar store is going out of business. But Salakia, going back to the scripture, it said, according as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And you see that's to this day. I mean, you had men in ancient days that, were blinded, and you got men and women that are blinded today. But I had came across this book called Salakia. I'm gonna go get it real quick. I'm gonna try to show you on camera. It's called The Judgment of Babylon, The Fall of America, Roger King. I had Slovakia. I had started reading out of this book. I tried to upload it because I did the first lesson. Because I tend to be moved by the spirit. I read a lot of books, so I come across a lot of different books, and in the spirit, I'll be seeing it's pertaining to what we talk about, and when we're on the highways and byways, or just things I be thinking about. So I tend to do a lot of lessons out of books. Anyhow, I went to go upload the video. That'll be about, I think, my third video for the week. And long story short, when I went to upload it, all the other videos took. This video didn't take. So, and I had a prior engagement, and I had already deleted it off my phone, and it was just on the library system's computer. So I had to basically delete it, and now I'm redoing the video. But basically, I'm about to just start with the lesson. So, well, I think he's reading out of Daniel's. It says, epigraph. Yeah, this book of Daniel's 12. It says, it's saying it's quoting Daniel's 12 and 6, but this is a revised Bible. So, of course, mine's want to read like that. And it's not doing it. It said Daniel's 12 and 6, but Daniel keep this prophecy a secret and seal it up so that it will not be understood until the end times. Yeah, that's Daniel 4. With travel and education shall be vastly increased. Right. That's deep, though. Because we always say knowledge is going to increase, and knowledge actually increased with this internet. You know what I mean? With this smartphone that you got in your hand. You can look up any subject right now. You don't have to spend money in Esau's system, which is a beautiful thing. Because, like I said, the same things that you go get indoctrinated with his system. Because I even did that shit when I was in the world. You know what I mean? Not realizing what I was doing. You know what I mean? Uh, say, then I Daniel looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. One of them asked, well, it said, and one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders? He replied, and I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time and times and a half. And when he shall accomplish to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. Like I said, that's a revised Bible. It's starting at the foreword. It says, this book is about unraveling the end time scriptures found in the book of Revelations, Daniel's, Matthew, and Second Thessalonians. Which Revelations and Daniel. Well, I'm not even gonna go into some of the things that is a part of our thing because you should learn a lot of you know a lot of stuff from the elders. You know what I mean? Because I have ten. I have. I will admit that I have probably done it. Sometimes you regurgitate what you often hear the elders say. If you don't have the proper breakdowns, and then you misunderstand or you misquote something, you know. But I know for a fact that Revelations and Daniel's they're similar to a certain extent, and it makes sense how the elders break it down. So, like I said, my suggestion to most people, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being attracted to or pulled to a certain brother in a certain camp that has that's not part of or not one of the elders. Because some of the spirit works with individuals how he works with them. When I first got hit to the truth, or Most High revealed the light to me, I didn't I didn't come across the elders videos. I actually came across Cap's video. I came across so lucky I came across GMS Houston, Texas, and then I got hip to the elders. And now I still listen to outside caps, but I try to catch the elders. I mean, I try to catch Apostle Tahar's videos. I try to catch Apostle Rob Lob, which is always, Apostle Rob Lob and Tahar always throw the videos. Not saying that the other elders aren't. I mean, Apostle Gabar, I try to catch his videos. Elder Malcolm, So my point being, I was gonna reveal something, but if it's in the, I mean, if the spirit allows, it'll be revealed. But Revelation and Daniel are kind of similar, and the way that the elder apostles explain it makes sense. It click, you know, click well, way more so than because I grew up not in the church, but I went to church as a child, and nothing clicked. You know what I mean? Like it was like when I came across the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, things start clicking. You know what I mean? Like how when you turn a lock and those gears in that lock, start to click it and fall into place. Where we are in Bible prophecy, how much time is left, and of most important scriptures so many people have overlooked. Ha Adawad told Daniel to seal the book till the end times. Information in this book will take you on a tour of these prophecies and show you what is going to happen in the next several years. Where to find that information and how to interpret it. You will definitely be astounded as you read about America and her final days prior to the coming of Mashiach. And that's why I really grabbed the book because, like I said, I tend to read. As of lately, I haven't having a chance to. I'm barely keeping up with my videos, but I still try to read if it's just like 15 minutes out the day. You know what I mean? Yeah, I try to read some scriptures. But that's on your phone. Well, I got apps on my phone and whatnot, but I got literal Bible that I try to read. Not so much secular, but at the same time, something pertaining to scriptures. You got to be careful with that though, because you got some people's vain opinion and their own interpretations and whatnot. That's why the Bible could clearly say one thing, but people, oh, that's not true. Oh, what I'm saying? He loves everybody. What I mean? And then you'll go to his scripts where he say he hate. Oh no, what I mean? Like, I find it funny when you break and shatter their reality. Because my eyes were shattered when I figured out that this Edomite Esau, fucking so-called white man, he been lying the whole time. What kind of it feel like Neo in the Matrix? Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like scripture says, surely oppression make a wise man angry. You know what I mean? Roughly paraphrasing. Uh, this work took years to unravel, but once you see how these scriptures fit together, you will say, "Gosh, that's the Edomite. Gosh, why did I see that? These prophecies are telling you to be prepared for this judgment of Babylon America." But like I said, it might be a spiritual book just because of the fact it's the only book I've ever seen where they literally label Babylon America. You know what I'm saying? In this book, the prophecies and stories were started with the book of Revelations 14:6 through 12. So I'm going to start with that scripture. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 14, starting at verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth. The angel. is preaching unto them that dwell on earth, every nation of kindred and tongue and people. But when you go into that word angel, G32, and angelos, a messenger, and that's I'm gonna stop right there. So at the end of the day, when you go into the Alahayim, and the word angel, angel simply means messenger. You know what I'm saying? So who are the messengers? You know, today that's going on to preach unto them that dwell on the earth and to every nation and kindred and tongue, who are proclaiming uh, Esau, Edom's downfall and the nations, the heathen nations' downfall and the two-thirds downfall, and is trying to actually open the eyes or fishing for the elect. I'm not even going to expound or say. I want you to think this is, put your thinking cap on. Who is doing that? Verse 7 said, with a loud voice, fear Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water. Verse 8. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of her wrath, Salaki, of the wrath of her fornication. And Babylon, what nation, because this is talking about ancient Babylon, what nation today has more embassies around the whole world? What nation is actually bringing democracy? The idea of democracy and Christianity. And then now, like I said, with all that entails, the homosexual agenda, they try to, and that's why you got, like I said, at the end of the day, the Ishmaelites fighting the way they're fighting. I just heard something, and when you take the time to look up, I mean, because on your day by day, uh, grind or life, and that's all we were promised, day by day bread or daily bread. But at the end of the day, you dealing with so much probably in your day. But I heard the brother out of the GMS H of the Days California Cup, and he was saying how when you look up, they've been over in Afghanistan for like 16 years. You're like, but damn, when you take time to think about it, yeah, because they went over there around the time of 2001 with the 9/11 attacks. They still ain't got in there the way they want to. Ishmael is fighting like a madman over there. Anyway, but they're still trying to indoctrinate. That's why when you get most people that come from other countries that get over here, they be here long enough, or if they have children here, they look up and their children are indoctrinated. They might have been traditionally, like, they might still follow their customs when they got over here, been over here 10, 15 years, 20 years, they have some children. They look up, the children are westernized off the drill. So who is coming or having with grace, because she made all nations. Who was making all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication? Verse 9. And the angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, and the mark, let's look into it, G5480, Karagba, a stamp, a printed mark of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand as the badge of the followers. The mark branded upon horses, things carved, cultured, graven work. It should have said a cut. So that's, yeah, I'm going to try and get I think this is the Basur app. I'm going to try to download a blue letter, because Caragua was supposed to be a incision or a cut. It's in his forehead or in his, let's look at forehead. Just say space before the forehead or in his head. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh. Let's look at that wrath. Since they say Most High doesn't get angry, it say thumos. G2372. Passion, anger, heat, anger, forthwith boiling up, soon subsiding again. Glow, adore the wine of passion, flaming. That's enough angry and anger to sufficiently make my point of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture to the cup of his indignation. And indignation goes into the word orge, anger, the natural disposition, temper, character, movement, or agitation of the soul. Impulse, desire, any violent emotion, but especially anger. Enough said. All those that the Most High doesn't get angry. He's all love. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone and in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night. And that smoke that's going to be ascended up, it was going to be the nuclear missile, the fires and the smoke from the nuclear missile. Well, not the nuclear missile, those nuclear missiles. Yeah, it's a 200 billion his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh. Okay. This is, but you will see after reading all the connected scriptures that it could have been started from any of the globe of Salakia, any of the books mentioned above. The prophecies fit together like hand and glove. Amazing is the fact that these prophecies concerning America were written for the Bible by John the Revelator around the year 95 to 96 AD. Daniel was written around 530 BC. Matthew was written 58 through 68. Second Thessalonians 2 was written by Paul around 52 AD. The information found on these pages proves these prophecies. They cannot be interpreted any other way. This judgment will happen at the time stated in the prophecies. The information in this book proves this story and is available to all that really want to know the truth. If you really want to know the future, you must study these scriptures. They that understand among the people shall instruct many, which is Daniel 11 and 33. This is a final warning. And that's the spirit, because when you take the time, I will reread that scripture. They say, they that understand among the people shall instruct many. And who is trying to instruct the people? Let them know what you need to do, because these things are occurring. You know, prophecies are occurring, and this thing ultimately shall come to pass. You know, because when you go into the word prophecy or prophesy, all it means is to say before. Who is up here doing it? I ain't just gonna put it on, Great Millstone. I mean, you got other caps out there that are telling or speaking on the same thing. It's just, it's one dude that come listen to our cap. He happened to tell Salaki, tell us about because where we cap at downtown of our city, it's another cap that comes down there. I've never went into the name of what the cap they in, what's the name of they cap, but or who are they up under? I just know this has been other camps. I think IUIC, they used to speak. We used to say Shalom or Shalom, and they look at us like we were bums. You know what I'm saying? And then, so I get what the elders were speaking on with that. You know, and then with this camp, they speak back. You know what I mean? But there's a guy that comes to our camp, and then he runs over to their camp. You know what I mean? Because I guess some things, which is the truth, when you give them that truth, some things cut so much, they want something a little bit more pleasant. So my point being, that's weird, because the last time I did a 30-minute video, now I was talking about my space running out on my phone. Anyhow, he said that the other cap said that we're a little bit too militant. So, you know what I mean? Like, but you're supposed to have a rulership mentality, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what these people don't realize is no matter if you're GMS or GOCC, at the end of the day, when Esau does this and then Jacob trouble come, all you just be affiliated with anything, realizing that you're a Hebrew Israelite is gonna get you in trouble. You gonna have to suffer that trouble because this, the Most High's anger is gonna be poured out upon the whole earth, not just poured out towards Esau, towards, and that's the whole point of hoping to be part of the helpful elect, because in that day, your judgment is already sealed. If you're part of the hopeful elect, then yeah, the Most High is going to make sure that you are, what's the word, shielded like Psalms 91. He's gonna be dwelling in the secret place. He's gonna keep you from, you know, harm that day. But majority of people gonna get fucked up out here. People don't even realize it. Look, most of these people in America don't know how to do anything besides. You got people in America that's so like brainwashed. They don't even know how to grow anything anymore. At least like when my dad was growing up, he knew how to cook. You know what I mean? He probably knew how to plant shit and all kinds of shit. My children's mother, her grandfather knew how to make his own wine and all this shit. Now that ain't too many generations when you take time to think about it, because her grandfather had a child, which was her mother, and then her mother had her. So you what was that 2, 3 generations, and now all that knowledge is lost. Like motherfuckers don't know how to do shit anymore. So when these stores close down or whatnot, what the fuck you think they gonna do? They not gonna eat. They ain't gonna know how to grow nothing. So what do you think they gonna eat? It's gonna be like in that book, Second Kings. What was that? Second Kings 6, where you know he, she. Well, no, that's when the king. It was a famine in the land though. I may go get it. I might not get it right now. I'm thinking about stopping, but I want to hit this point. I ain't mean to go off topic. Salakia. This is the final word of Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. These shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. That's what I don't get. He read out of that same one, but he used the revised version. Now he going to the King James. Just weird. This information also proves that Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, does exist, and the Bible is correct and is the word of Yahweh. We promise this book will astound you. It's saying if you're a Christian, but the, I ain't even gonna go into that Christian thing. Serapis Christos, because Christians don't really follow the Bible. When you take the time to think about a Christian is sit up there, eat a pork chop sandwich, but then tell me about how you going to hell. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker, you eat pork all in your face. I can smell it on your beard. You go to hell if you got a beard. If you are a Christian, you need to know these prophecies and scriptures. If you are a pastor, you must know these prophecies and scriptures. I think I'm gonna stop it there. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it there because the book is 99 pages. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. And Lord will, this is that satanic Saturnalia Yule fucking so-called Christmas that everybody that's supposed to know so much about the Bible actually celebrate. I got a, I got a testimony, and I did some things, not using, not being wise as a serpent. I got caught up in my feelings and emotions and got into some trouble with Esau's system. And I got to go through this stupid ass class. Now, I told the dude, I say, well, shit, I know how to fake it. You telling me to be honest, but I know honesty sometimes get you in trouble. That's why you're supposed to use wisdom and discernment. But, dude set me up for failure. You know what I mean? He told me one thing one day. I didn't realize I would have to have him again. And then I have him again. And he tried to be funny. I mean, I'm trying to go into tell a little story, but at the same time, not to try to give too much detail. But I guess if you go be honest, you be honest completely. My point is, I caught a charge dealing with my demon, my children's mother, and now they got it where you got to go through all this fucking programming, you know, well, of course, to keep them having jobs and shit. Like a dude was telling me, if you ain't have a parole board, where do people go work at? You know what I mean? Like, if they ain't have crime, what the fuck the cops gonna do? So at the end of the day, but this guy's talking about how I really don't like him because he's simple fact is this. He like you got all these people with these fucked up ass relationships, And then he it's like he gloats about because he been married for 40 years. He might not be an Israelite because Israelites gonna be catching curses. This motherfucker making it seem like he just everything's swell. But I was just listening to some of the shit he said. I did what I did because there was a child involved, and that's my child. He made a statement about the fact that if a man was putting his hands on his daughter, he would pay that man a visit. But then you gonna try to judge me based on what the fuck you think. So like I said, that's why I hope I ain't cursing him. I'm just praying that the Most High open this nigga eyes to this fact because he's a nigga. But I hope in that day when he loses his job or they fucking little savings get dwindled down or nothing because this economy is fucked up. That same bro that he sit up there and talk about, all this whole shit. When she in his ear bitching, because he say she bitching now. He just ain't went to jail or 40 years. When he end up, like I said, putting his hands on the bitch because she all of this, I get that. I want him to think of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's just funny. And now, scripture does says that you can judge righteously. Because some people believe that you're supposed to not judge. It say you don't judge. Roughly paraphrase, it say you judge, but you can't be judging if you doing the same shit you trying to tell them. You can't. What's the word? You can't correct a person, tell them not to do something that you doing the shit, basically. But I know he's full of shit. This dude's up there, but you said to me, they give me a Christmas card. And I'm looking at the motherfucker. He's like, yo, you got a lot of anger. You angry. I say, man, you know scripture, right? I say in scripture you could be angry and say just sin not. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers, but he talking about, yeah, I'm going to the church and I have to do this. It's like what man, that's what I say. It's gonna be so funny when the Most High removes the wool from these people's eyes. So I give for that. But I guess I went on a little torrent because of the fact that, like I said, this wicked ass holiday, you got people follow traditions. They don't even understand what the traditions is. They just do shit because, like I said, oh, let's do it. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, it's just, Jay could go actually take the time to actually research something that's wicked. He'll figure out, oh yeah, you sell that dope, you cook it up like this. Oh yeah, so and then, learn to conquer that shit. He'd be the best cooking dope person in the world. But then on some shit that's salaki or something that's righteous, it's just deep. You know what I mean? And I can see why, the Most High, has done what He's done to us. We are no people. And like I said, but I'm gonna start the introduction. Lord will later today when I come back. Uh, try to do the video. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Arachah, Kodash, Barakatah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity. And to next time, Adawah Ratazah, Shalom, Shalom, and a ball, ball.